Thoughts. Greetings, Mythics. We are back. Yes, this is another Ink-Pot-Monkey Reacts. My name is Ken Boyter, and we haven't done one of these for a long time. Well, when I say a long time, it's all relevant, isn't it? I think the last time we did this, it was Lord of the Rings. Yes, they dropped a little teaser trailer, which basically just announced what the name of the Lord of the Rings Amazon Prime show is going to be, which is Amazon Prime, Lord of the Rings of Power. So there we are. Now, just to correct myself, just one body. Somebody left a comment on my last video about Lord of the Rings and said, because I sort of said, oh, it seems like they've just made up the title. Well, I stand corrected. Apparently, it is part of the Silmarillion. Where have I got that? The Silmarillion. Hang on, let me just get it from a booklet. Silmarillion. Is that how you pronounce it? Silmarillion. But it's not just the Rings of Power. Apparently it's a longer title, which I kind of like the longer title, but I guess they needed to put Lord of the Rings in there. They didn't really, but anyway. So apparently the Rings of Power is a proper title, although it's been shortened. So I do stand corrected, so thank you for pointing that out. Let's crack on then. This is the next trailer. I think this is the third trailer. I've forgotten. Oops. And I'm keen to see what it's all about. There have been some more publicity stills that have come out of the characters. They have been controversial because are they sticking to the faithful adaptation that a lot of Lord of the Rings fans want? That might not be what the mainstream people want, but you know, fans want a faithful adaptation of their characters. So anyway, without further ado, let's pass. I was trying to get a Lord of the Rings thing in there. Didn't work, did it? Exciting. Just to say, I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I am excited about this, but like anything, it needs to be good. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on. There we go. Oh, who's that?
What else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
Before the king! Okay. Before the fellowship. So it's, yeah, sort of setting us up with the characters. Before the ring. A new legend begins this autumn. I'm going to say the British version. Okay, big giant hands, small hands. Rings of Power. September the 2nd it starts then. Ooh, mama. Well, there we are. Let's find out my initial thoughts. Thoughts. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's very difficult not to compare this to the Peter Jackson trilogy, the films. It's really difficult. I think it's almost impossible. I don't know. They were such monumental films that it's very difficult to imagine anyone else taking them on. Obviously, that's ridiculous because loads of people adapt Shakespeare and various different other things. But obviously, with better and worse, results. So at this stage, I do like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It looked pretty good. There was some. I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit flat about it. Now, I don't know if that's because I know there's a bit of backlash online about this. I'm not feeling as excited as I was when the films came out. I don't know what that is. I don't know why. I'm hoping that they stick to good characterization, good stories. Now, I've not read all of the Silmarillion, because I think that's pretty much what it's based on, but I have read about half of it. And it's really difficult to see how they're going to turn this into an adaptation, because it is a history of Middle-earth. there's no characterization as such, there's no stories as such. It's not presented as a fictional story, it's presented as a history of Middle-earth. So you could argue it's fairly dry. You know, it's almost like reading, dare I say it, you know, bits of the Bible where they're just, you know, so-and-so begat so-and-so that begat so-and-so that gave birth to that, to that, and it's just like lists of stuff. And George R.R. Martin did the same with Game of Thrones, but I actually quite enjoyed that because he did it in a way that I could actually enjoy. It seemed to flow, whereas this is very difficult to read. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I think they've already started to make up some of their own characters. Tolkien made up loads of characters, so I'm not sure why they feel necessary to create their own characters, but I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to judge on what I see. I'm really trying to avoid what other people think of this, because I do like to go into stuff as, you know, clean, if you like, as possible. It's okay. It does look a little bit cheap in places, that trailer, but I quite like the overall atmosphere of it because, you know, it's a fantasy, you know, TV show, and I don't think we necessarily have enough of those. But to do fantasy well does take a lot of money. They have apparently spent, you know, trillions and trillions, who knows how much, just millions and millions of pounds on this, dollars. So it should look good. It should look good. Whether or not it does ultimately, who knows. If for those of you that are waiting for parts 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wheel of Time, I will be doing them, but I'm not going to be doing individual episodes because in the end I think that the Wheel of Time series just ran out of steam and it just felt a little bit bland, so it lost me, and that's why I've not really done the episodes, because I'm just a bit lackluster with it. I really hope that Lord of the Rings, they don't do the same, and that it actually is good storytelling and good characterization. That's all we can hope for. That's all I'm going to be talking about at the moment. So, until next time, remember, may the magic of stories flow through you, always. Thanks for watching. See you next time.